What is up, obscure mic people? It's Bark, and I'm coming at you because we're going to talk about the CAD E100s. We're gonna talk about this thing. So, kind of a review for this, sort of, but also kind of a passing of the guard. I just want to talk in short about this. But first, let's just throw the microphone through its paces. It's a classic. You know that Booth Junkie loves this thing, uses it primarily. I'll give you my opinion real quick. I think it's pretty good, but I think that it is perfectly okay that this is discontinued and that the E100s is no more. And I'm going to tell you why I think that is perfectly fine. But real quick, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. Get right up on it. This is what it sounds like. And we do have switches: 10 decibel pad, 10 decibel pad, 10 decibel pad, low cut filter, low cut filter, low cut filter, low cut filter. Back to flat mode. Now, I like this microphone. I kind of love this one, the E40, for $99. I also think I prefer, hot take here, the E100SX over the E100S. This is reason number one that I think it's okay that this mic is no more. And let's go ahead and plug this up and just show you the difference. And there is a difference, and it's a pretty substantial difference. But the E100S is still expensive. I believe it was over $300 new. Again, it's a good mic, and a lot of people swear by it. And I'm not here to slander the microphone. I am actually a very big fan of CAD. CAD is also really cool to me. They've sent me over some great stuff, and I think they make great stuff. Now, this is this capsule you can buy on JLI Electronics, and we're going to show you a mic that I put the capsule in. I've done a short of this and a DIY mic before. The E100SX uses a slightly bigger capsule, ever so slightly, and it's a little bit new and upgraded and kind of has a more warm and robust low end. Let's hear that real quick. All right, so here's the E100SX. Now, this does sound a bit more natural. The E100SX sounds a little warmer, maybe a tad bit honkier, if that makes any sense. Like there's a certain shape to the sound that is a little bit different. Now, I think when you enable the high pass filter, like I've done now, I think it sounds more like the E100S did. Similar, not completely, but let's go back to flat. But the E100SX just has a warmer sound, and it's a sound that is slightly more appealing to me. It's a more full sound from the bottom to the top of the spectrum, and I think it is just a slight bit less harsh. Now, this is a lot cheaper, and I just think it sounds a little better on my voice. It's totally debatable, totally understand that. But for the E100S to be discontinued in favor of the E100SX, I don't think it's a terrible thing, because we're getting a mic that is cheaper, like I said, and I have taken this mic apart. There's not much to it, honestly, and I think there's so little to it that we're kind of paying for the form factor, which is fine. This is my favorite mic design, honest to God. This style, the square, rectangle, whatever you want to call it, I love it. I think it's really cool. Sounds pretty good. But let's switch back to the E100S for the next argument on why it's perfectly okay that this got discontinued. Okay, so we're back on the E100S. And this does sound really good. Both of these sound really good to me. But the next argument why I think it's okay that this got discontinued, might add even another argument here in a moment. But so this, even though it doesn't look like it, is a Focusrite Scarlett CM25. What I did was I took that board, which is actually more robust than the board in the E100S as far as size, and that doesn't mean much, but it's a pretty small board in here. So I wondered if the capsule that's in this, that you can get on JLI Electronics, if I put that capsule on a decent mic like the CM25 you can get for like $25 on the used market, what would the sound difference be? And like I said, if you saw the short, you already know, but this is what the CM25 with this capsule sounds like. And it is quite similar. Quite similar. Again, the capsule's like $12.50. So I've got less than $40 in this mic, whereas on the used market, you have to pay upwards of $300 for this mic. And like I said, that's okay. This is kind of a classic. But for $99, this microphone, which is the E40 for $99. So between this and the E100SX and the fact that you can almost make an E100S for a lot cheaper, is the sound of this that much better, or is it better at all than any of the three of these mics? It is debatable. Again, no hatred on the E100S. I think it's a really solid microphone. Don't love it on my voice, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But there's options now. They're less. That's better for the consumer. And yeah, do we need this anymore? Chime in below. I honestly think it's a perfectly okay thing that the CAD E100s was discontinued. I think the E40 is a really cool microphone for $99. I think the E100SX is a really cool microphone, warmer, a little more robust for $199. So is it okay to cut out the most expensive one and maybe just build your own mock-up of an E100S? That's up for you to decide, I guess. I did this video in part because I want to know what you think. Between everything you heard, which one's your favorite? Do you think it's okay that this is discontinued? And just share your overall thoughts below, because it's interesting to me. I don't think anyone quite expected this to get discontinued. I wouldn't call it like an industry standard by any stretch of the imagination, but it did have fans. And some of those fans are really well-known YouTube personalities or voiceover artists. So curiosity got the best of me. And I bought this thinking I'd collect the Equitech line. Turns out I didn't want to collect the Equitech line. I like these mics a lot. I love the form factor. But I have so many. I have so many mics. Do I really need all these? Fact of the matter is, no, I don't. I'm trying to move right now, which is going to be super costly. So, got to sell some mics. But let me know again, comments down below, what you thought of all of these mics. Which one did you like the most? Because this is discontinued, and you will have to pay a pretty penny to get it. Obscure Mics, peace out.